How's everyone doing? Oh, I see Oz. There he is. I wasn't sure if you wanted to join live or just be on and talk, Oz. How you guys doing? I wasn't sure if you wanted to join live or just be on and talk, Oz. So, anybody hear about the Madame Chouteau perfume that was released about an hour and 15 minutes ago from American Perfumer? Were you up on that, Mitch, at all? Or Oz? No problem, Oz. No problem at all. So, well, let me pull it out real quick. This is I don't have it. Where is it? Interesting. I can't find it. Oh, there it was. This one right here. So I got this last year, and this took about a month to sell out. Colorado from American Perfumer. And I wonder what you guys were thoughts on these forcing people to do a limited series. This is from Dawn Spencer Hurwitz. I got her to know her through this. I picked this to win the Art and Olfaction Awards last year. In my Instagram post the day before, I texted American Perfumer and Dawn and said, "Good luck. I think you're going to win." And then American Perfumer was like, "Oh, we got our fingers crossed, but we don't think we will." And lo and behold, they flat out won. This is just so beautiful. Anyways, one of the subscribers here, I missed the next one was Hans Henley's Bloodline. Have you guys ever seen that one or heard about that one? I've talked about it a bit. Check it out. That's all I have of it. I'm getting a decant from somebody in California. They're sending me this. They didn't know I liked it. But this is one of the best cedars I've ever put my nose on. So my thoughts on the limited release fragrances like this, I think it forces these perfumers to just come up with a lot of pressures on them to do something special. We'll see with Madame Chouteau. This is, let me see. I've never had anything from this brand. It's sold out already. It's sold out in like less than an hour. Shawn Maher of Maher Olfactive and Chatillon perfumes. He's out of Cincinnati or something. And or St. Louis. He's out of St. Louis, and he bases most of his work off of St. Louis. But we'll see. Sold out, and I didn't know it was sold out till I looked right now. That's nuts. Even blood. I don't know how fast Bloodline was, but I got notified, and I pretty much had to beg Hans Henley. I had an order from Hans, and I said, "If you have any Bloodline laying around, can you please send me some?" And he sent me this right here. That was, and it's, I mean, now I'll do more wearings on it. I've asked him to make more. I hope it's going to be the same. He tinctured the cedar from a farm in his dad's farm in Texas. Just one of the best cedars ever. I'll spray it on. I haven't sprayed it on for a long time. Hey, Ashvac. I guess nobody else knows about the American Perfumer series except for me. Yeah, this is the best cedar I've ever smelled right here. Still, um, there might be a remake of it, but I mean, it's like you literally have 10 minutes to buy it. There was a remake of this at the end of the year. I let everybody know. I got an email of it, let everybody know, and this is just as good. It's not what you think. It's sweet and foresty. Just a great series. So let's, yeah, I see that, Oz. They are well done. Hands has just that airy DNA. Yeah, this is Ashvac. This is the DH1 right here, the Colorado, and she's already released another version of this, and it's sold out just as quick. It's that good. It's a really, really good perfume. But these little guys, I mean, it'd be like Oz, you know, him, American Perfumer. He'd be right there with his line, and being asked to create a limited edition for the house. And I think it each edition focuses around a material, and I think it puts the pressure on the perfumers to really get something unique that's never been done before. At least the last two I've smelled. I didn't smell the first one, Desert Flower. I haven't smelled that, but the Colorado Bloodline, and I'll report on Madame Chouteau as soon as I get it. I can't believe it's sold out. That's nuts. Well, that's because you're in the UK, Mitch. Rich Mitch. I always get Hans Henley and James Healy mixed up. Healy Perfumes. He does good. They both do good stuff. So it's mix them up. They both have good things to do. I'm glad, Ashvac says, I'm glad that I live far away from Europe. Otherwise, those temptations would be more difficult to avoid. That's so funny. Well, don't you have temptations where you're at? I did, Mr. Oz. Yeah, I got it. When I was talking to you, that's why I had to do the live stream later, was that I was waiting for 12 o'clock to hit, and it's a blind buy. And so far, these are all home runs. This one has real oud in it. It has real Mysore sandalwood in it. He uses a synthetic vanilla, which I was like, I almost caused me not to go for it. But with the oud, of course, I went for it. I love Note de Yuzu, Rich Mitch. I have not tried Mint Frosh from Healy Perfumes. I love the Note de Yuzu. Yuzu is my favorite citrus note for a nice fresh yuzu. I think it just is the best balance over bergamot, lime. Yeah. And then we got the Arija Tars. What Atars do you think they're going to be, Mr. Oz? Do you have a guess? You think they're going to be remakes or new Atars? It sounds like they're going to be remakes. Somebody else is going to. Hey, Charles, thanks for that. Thoughts on Ex Idolo 33? I don't know anything about that one. Is that a rare release, or are you just asking in general? I don't have any information on that. If anybody else does, help out Charles there on that one. Yeah. Okay. So you bring up Arij, and I brought up Hans Henley on purpose. He has Hans Henley does a unique thing where you once a year he signs up for a studio series, I think it's called, and you basically blind buy the whole year and you trust Hans to what he releases, what he gives you is I think Bloodline was also part of that and the American Perfumer. I'm not positive. If anybody can help me out, please help me out. But I'm not sure. Ashvac says, oud, yes, but I've promised myself not to make too many emotional buys. I need to test them for a long period. I agree with that, Ash Fact. There it is. Stop talking. Gino's here. So you can answer this for me, Gino. Was Bloodline something he did as part of his laboratory series? Or did he was an American perfumer only on the Hans Henley Bloodline? Okay, so American perfumer only. I've personally asked Hans many times to remake Bloodline. I was showing everybody this. So stop talking about fragrances. He's given me he's put in the mail a decant of Bloodline, and I'll gladly take more of this juice. The cedar is banging. It's smoky. It's like cedar on fire. The smoke in it's so perfect. And then the Hans Henley Accord is that air accord. So with the smoke and cedar, it's amazing. Yeah, I don't know if you caught the first of the chat, Gino, but they just released another one today, and it literally sold out in less than an hour. I didn't know it sold out that fast. I have not smelled Jungle Jezebel, Rich Mitch. I do have perfumes from the house, but have not done the Jungle Jezebel. She literally released that a week after I made my first purchase from her on the Jungle Jezebel. So Ashfax answering the Idolo 33. It's a fantastic rendition of oud. Some beautiful use of synthetics. Considering its price, good composition, we're sampling. I have Charles. I've not tried the Nishane Sultan Vetiver. It's one of my few ones I haven't tried from Nishan. I've done Spice Bazaar, a lot of their other stuff. You're much appreciated, guy. Much appreciated. My scent, yeah. What is everybody's scent of the day? Thanks, Rich Mitch. I put on Bloodline now. And then let's see, early in the morning, I put on something called Nectar Boise by a company called Motif Olfactive. So that's Mr. Oz's fragrance. I've been wearing, testing those, and it's still there. That's let's see, it's 1:30. I put it on at 8 o'clock. Pretty good. 5:30. My skin eats up stuff, so 5.5 hours so far. Oh my gosh. I don't even want to tell people about this, Gino. I don't want people to know about this until I get my bottle from him. So did you buy a bottle or a decant of that? I mean, that was very generous for you to send me a decant of Bloodline. That's why I sprayed mine, because I knew I had a decant coming, by the way, Gino. I know. Shh. I didn't even think about this. So now that I talk about this, I probably should have gave you a decant for this. And this is so full because the sprayer didn't work. I had to email the company. They finally had to email me a new top to this. So I couldn't even wear it for the whole. It drove me nuts. That's why there's no review, no nothing. Otherwise, I would have had a review before she re-released. I think this one she will release yearly or something like that. I have a feeling. It's so popular. She even got a huge local write-up in her newspaper with the on this fragrance, this Colorado one. It's sweet, dark, smoky, foresty, unique, 100% unique on the Colorado. Bloodline, same thing. It'll ruin every other cedar note for you that you've ever smelled. I've never smelled a cedar like this. Anyways, Rising Mysore is my scent of the day. Drop what you guys are wearing. And then actually this Bloodline I only sprayed on my neck, the Rising Mysore. This Bloodline is going to smell pretty good. So back to what I'm thinking. So I released a pretty heady video this week about another $800 release from Ansar Oud. And then Ariz just coming out with his. I mean, what if these guys with the oil, they have the material. What if these guys like just said, hey, give us $1,000 and throughout the year we'll give you like what if Insert give us a leather pouch and we fill it like with 4 different perfumes in it over the year? and go back to actually trusting, building a relationship. Kind of when I still like to walk into the bank instead of doing everything mobile and whatnot and getting to know my people. What if we got to know our perfumers like that? And that's why I brought up the Hans Henley Laboratory series. Everybody that I see have joined that. And stop talking about fragrance is the one I was talking about. He's in the chat here. It's just a fantastic idea, but you're putting tons of trust in your perfumer. I think there's a couple others. If you guys know of anybody, feel free to drop them in the chat. So he says, stop talking about fragrance. I asked him if he had a drop of Bloodline and bought the Discovery pack. He graciously included it. Wow. Look, is that a bottle? Or are you giving me a decan of a sample? I hope you have a bottle. What Mr. Oz doesn't know is he is covered in honeysuckle absolute. Oh, you talking about me? Or I'm wearing one of Oz's fragrance. I don't know if there's honeysuckle in that one or not. There's fruit. So Ashfaq, Mr. Oz, no idea what Russian Adam and Taha. Oh my gosh, yes. Nobody's talking about that. That's like the ultimate collaboration. Russian Adam and Taha I brought out the Ouds last week of I can't think of Taha's company's name. Agar. I don't want to say the wrong one. Agarora are doing a perfume together. It's hinted at. So Ashfaq, you think the Atars are going to be new compositions? Yeah, I hope so. I hope you're right. Gina, did you give me your whole sample or just part of it? Dude, you don't need to do that. So Oz being sick, do you wear any perfume? I have some menthol ones that help me that I wear. I probably wear the Rising Mysore when I was sick, and I sandalwood. Mr. Oz, we were supposed to do something together, but he's getting better now. So we need to wish him all to get better. That's exactly my first thought, Charles, was what if he did Antiquity? I don't think Antiquity can ever be done. I think if he had more of those ingredients, he would have already made the part 2 with War and Peace. I don't think that composition. I would love Antiquity in Attar. Something like that in an Attar. The ultimate collaboration would be Sultan Pasha being commissioned by Henry Jacques. Wow, that's a pretty big compliment, Ashfaq. I would like to see a Henry Jacques or somebody of that perfume master. One of those. This is my dream for Insar Arij to open up their oil cabinetries and say, create a perfume. And then they figure out the profits, the money, but let a perfume master come in with naturals and see what they do. That is my dream one day. Ashfaq, I mentioned in some videos, and I just I want to see it. I want to see, tons of ambergris, musk, real musk. That'd be the day. Sultan Pasha Tars are another level. Yeah, they are. I got my order of my 3 are coming. I just got notification this morning. So I'll get that 5th video up over that. Charles. Bortnikov versus Arij. To me, both are amazing in their own ways. But I would enjoy your thoughts. I did last week, and that's why the video didn't live. I didn't leave it up, so I'll try to leave those thoughts out today. I'm going to keep this live stream about an hour. We're 20 minutes in, and we'll see if we can avoid the versus talk. I'm pretty clear about what I put on my channel is pretty clear about the stuff I like. I haven't put hardly any negative stuff on. I smell it and move on, and have a pretty good idea on notes on whether I want to buy or not. Fortunately, I mean, Bortnikov and Ariege are both really easy to sample here in the U.S. with Lucky Scent being a vendor. So that's, yeah. Last week's live stream covered the Bortnikov versus Ariege debate. What about the SP Iris Atars? I'm coming around to Iris Ore. Like I said in the video, I haven't worn it since the video itself. I'm getting a new batch of the samples, and I'll try Iris Ore in there also. I guess he just got a huge award for the Iris Ore, something local. I couldn't quite catch it on the Instagram post. Yeah, stop talking about fragrance. Master collaborations would be unbelievable. Man, let's stick Christopher Laudamel into the Insar vault and let him go to town. I mean, what will we get? Because I don't know. I mean, they do use a lot of the similar notes that these guys are coming out with. I know they're trying not to, but I mean, you get, once you pick musk for your or ambergris or sandalwood for your base, you're kind of stuck in those scents. I've come to find. I got to check out your MS Beteth. I got to check out the video you sent me on that comment about Dendera. I will. Hey, Amy, how's it going? How are you? Amy is one of my first subscribers ever. So we have, she's had to correct me a lot on English and whatnot, which I appreciate all the time. Our saffron atars, I think, Rich Mitch, man, you got to. So here's the video's done. I'm going to edit as soon as I do this. So you can't get the attar by time, but it'd be fun for you to get the attar in hand. Dude, it's Suga Musk number 233. Do I have it right here? From Mellifluence, right here. It's deer musk, but and ambergris, but the saffron on top. Holy moly! So Rich Mitch right there, the saffron in this thing, they're totally a thing. I got a lot coming out about the saffron and the aroma, the air, the atmosphere it creates while you do work and whatnot, and creating a whole new category for perfume wearing that I've used for a whole year and didn't think twice of. I kind of mentioned in my videos like creative fragrances, mood fragrances, but never talked about how I actually apply them. And I'm going to talk more about that. But the saffron attars, they're for that 100%. They create that. It had the dry down doesn't, because it's deer musk, but the opening air of this is literally like the pure natural Baccarat Rouge, the air you get from that. The 540 extrait, I have that, but it's synthesized there. It's beautiful, but what this creates naturally is unbelievable. Mellifluence. Anyways, Salt and Pusha attars are better than most. But Ashfaq, the reason why I agree, his blending, his structuring is out of this world. But he's one of the few that venture with synthetics to make it last and project longer. That's a big benefit that he gets that a lot of guys, like, these are 100% natural. So, which is fine for me. I get a 3 or 4 hour session, and that's what I want for when I use it. I literally use this when I need to focus in and work hard. I'll put something like this on, and the next 3 hours, that's all I do with fragrance. And then that's how and I do want it to end. I don't want it to last 8 to 10 hours and switch up something else. But I agree, Salt and Passion. I mean, you saw my videos. They're there. Russian Adam Insar Oud changed everything for me. In a good way or a bad way? MS Beteth. I don't know if you caught my new video, but some people are saying that it's not all good. They've changed everything for me in a good way. Excellent way for me personally. Yeah, dude. Get on the Atars then. It'll change your saffron world, Rich Mitch. They'll change everything. Scent of the Night, Roja de la Nuit, number 1. Yummy. I haven't tried that Roja. I've only tried like 3-4 Rojas. Amber Oud's my favorite. He uses real oud in it. Calligraphy Saffron. Who's that from? MS Beteth. Mellifluence Abdullah. Yeah, another fantastic house. Absolutely. It's cheap too, Ashfaq. I think this is $30. This was an accident that I bought. He did like a 15% off on Instagram, and I clicked through and put it in my cart, and then went and bought somebody else's stuff on Etsy because he's on Etsy. And this got into the cart, and I didn't even notice. And it was only $30. I'm like, oh, whatever. I get it. And second best, one of the best mistakes I've made having this for $30. I've worn this 10 times. I just swipe some on my finger while I work on my keyboard, and the atmosphere, the air that it gives. It's like ocean, man, being at the ocean. I have first gen Amber Imperial. Yeah. Hey, Oz. I do not. Try this one. This is an air you want to breathe in, MS Beteth. I do not reach for 540 straight anymore. I have 2 samples. I never even got into my second sample of 540. It's beautiful air. I get what it is. The base that they're using smells like the same base that Bacillian uses to me. There we go. Thank you, Mike. That helps. Who is Kareem? I'm not familiar. I might know their house, but I don't know who you're talking to with Kareem. Salt and Pasha is in the UK. Yeah. Amy, did you catch the American Perfumer release today? I didn't mention your name, but I talked about the Bloodline. Amy's the one that brought that to my attention. Bloodline. And I chased it down. I've been buying from Abdullah since 2018. 2019 for me. This was my second order. And the 233. The review's done. I just have to edit. I'll try to get up by tomorrow. No, but he recreates. Floaty Man just says Suga Musk has run out. He does recreate this one, right? This is his signature Attar. Floating Man, do you have any info on that? Richmond, I got Aramis Havana a few weeks ago. Better on me. Going to get rid of 80% of my collection. Yeah, buy this. You're at the point where buy the stuff you love. I only have a few bottles that I don't want in my collection. Everything, when I pull it and wear it, I'm like, why don't I wear that more? I just wore Towers, Few, and Kandahar, and I'm like, why don't I wear this more? It's because I have so much, but that's how most of my collection is. Floaty Man, I might have bought the last bottle. I really hope this is one. He calls this a signature Attar, so hopefully he remakes it. This is my favorite thing that I've bought from him. Let me go get the Attar. Mike, he just said Floaty Man says it's out. Somebody look it up and tell me if it is. I asked Abdul about it. He intentionally avoids synthetics mainly because synthetic molecules cause adverse reaction. Actually, I agree 100%. And if I want, I will buy Salt and Pashas, but that is why he gets double the strength. But his blending and structuring is on another level. It for sure is. But longevity, you can't judge Attars against his natural ones against his with what he uses. Abdul Kahim Al-Faranzi. I know I looked at him once and I started emailing him. I asked him about synthetics, and I think he uses mixed media also. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. Abdul Karim Al-Faranzi. Floating Man says, I think he mentioned the ingredients for Suga Musk has ran out, so won't be making that particular version again. I'll have to put that in the note. At least I know I'll put comments up on the video. He can recreate, but next time with a different sense. He has run out of old material to create lad in them. And I know if you have aged deer musk, that'll change your composition quite a bit also. If anyone wants to sell anything, let me. I only got a gram. I mean, now obviously it's a huge, for the price it was. I wish I would have got 3 grams of this. Just it's an unbelievable air. Yeah, the Unro ship ray is amazing. I've only smelt that on Tower sent that on one of his inked cards when I bought a package directly from his site, and it lasted for like a month on that card. I mean, Charles, my saying with Andy Tower is I've never met a tower I haven't liked. His Accord works with anything and everything so far. Hey, Eugene, what's up, man? You smells good, Eugene. Mr. Chanel, Guerlain. Most of the stuff that Eugene has, I've never smelled and talks about. In Portland, we don't get that stuff in Portland. I don't know why. Chanel and Dior just don't believe in the Portland area. What would you recommend from Abdul? Yeah, that's a good question. I don't even know. He's one of those. See you, Gino. You rock too. You rock back. So, Mike, the Faranzi does YouTube live streams. Does he have a YouTube channel? I'm not signed up if he does. I know I got overwhelmed on his. There was a few people that just that's why I did the Sultan Pasha video the way I did. These Indian houses are just so confusing to buy from. I think that's what happened to me with the Al-Faranzi as well. And it was just like, I can't buy 20 things and I don't know what to buy. So by the time I get to my cart, it's just, I'm not going to spend that. And I don't know what to take out, and I'm done. I want to go watch my TV program. It's 11 at night or whatever I'm doing at 11 at night. The next house I want to try for Atars and Perfume is the natural one we talked about last week. The one Luca Turin loves. The everybody, and I've tried Oud Caravan number 2 from that house, and I think that's decent, but people are saying that's not his best work. He has something called Oak Moss that is supposed to be out of this world. Didn't realize your Portland Crystal will be up there next week. Tell him I'm very responsive on Instagram. I'm Therapeutic Fragrance on Instagram. I'll take Chris around some hot spots. I'll show him some vintages if you want him to pick you up some rare. I don't know if they had 2 bottles of this left, and I because of I'm trying to be a new man, I didn't buy all of them. They literally go for $300 in the aftermarket, and they said I bought it for retail up here in Portland. So, yeah, I'll tell Crystal where to go. So if he's hooking up with Thomas knows where to go to. But yeah, that'd be cool. Tell him to hit me up on Instagram. I'll tell him some spots in Portland. Hope Russian Adam sent you Malik Al Taif. I would be surprised if Russian Adam Sid's old stuff. I'm sure he's going to be getting the new Atars. I mean, Russian Adam's pretty smart on the sales tactics and whatnot. I don't know, unless he's remaking some of that. I know Wallamaw should be remade, Ashvac, so I'll be putting a review of that out. It's already written up. Yes, he has a channel, very few subs. If he does lives, I mean, anybody talking about Oud, I'm all over. I'll check it out after this. Charles House, a matriarch. Orca is the best ambergris perfume I've tried so far. You should try it since you enjoy incense. I have Orca and Woo. Woo is also an ambergris heavy from House of Matriarch. They're good, very good. But again, this I don't want to talk about this now. We just found out this is sold out. The Suga Musk. It has a 40% ambergris tincture in it. I alluded to it in the big controversial Crime and Punish video. I said that there's like 4 or 5 of us looking for the crescendo fragrance, and that EO2, they're getting close, but they're missing like strange things. And then this guy goes and does a 40% ambergris tincture on musk with saffron. The air this creates, I've never smelt an air like this before. I literally put on my pinky and work away the next 3-4 hours. It doesn't last that long. That's about 3 or 4 hour session, but the air it creates is amazing. All right. Wow, more comments came in. Alper, what's up? How you doing? Sorry. Which was the highly anticipated release you blind bought? Didn't catch. So American Perfumer is doing a series. They do this series right here, and they only sell American Perfumers in their shop out of Louisville, Kentucky. And each person they carry, they're having go through and create a composite perfume, and it's forcing these perfumers to use a special tincture, special ingredient that and a lot of pressure on them, because they're getting judged by a ton of us. I mean, I'm not going to blind buy and not say nothing about it if it's bad. Hans Henley was the last one. I have this little thing of them. Best cedar I've ever tried, bar none. Gino, I guess, only had a sample and sent me his. I feel bad and not bad, because now I can wear more of this. But today's was Madame Chouteau by Shawn Maher. Most of them have been selling out in a day. Like Colorado, I got a month after it released. Bloodline, I think, was around longer than a day. This didn't even last an hour today. So American Perfumer, go to limited editions, and it's Madame Chouteau. Oh, I can't wait to check out that video. Sweet. Eugene says Russian Adam sent some pretty cool stuff, including the Phil Oud line. Video will be up tomorrow. As much as I enjoyed them, it's really all out of my element. As Chanel would be mine. I wouldn't even know where to begin. I saw TV Intense on sale. I just skipped a lot of comments. I'm new at this comment thing. Sorry, guys. Tobacco, Vanilla Intense, ever going to come out? I have no idea about a Tom Ford Tobacco Vanilla. I know something about this Tobacco Vanilla. Anybody ever try this one? Rising Phoenix, the Sicilian Vanilla? It's legit. He is putting more up in his shop. I took like the last one, and he says he has a whole new batch. It's something he keeps stocked in there. It's been award-winning too. People are scared of Atars. If you're into the Tobacco Vanilla, this is probably the Attar to start with. It's pretty cheap ticket to get introduced into Atars, but it's pipe tobacco that turns into dried tobacco on your skin with real authentic vanilla that isn't oversweet and plays very aromatic, like your Haagen-Dazs ice cream vanilla would be. You know how that's different from your cheap vanilla ice cream? Like you can smell without eating it. There's just a vanilla aroma from the ice cream. It's real vanilla. Same thing here, just aromatic vanilla. in it with syrupy tobacco. Tobacco was my favorite note before I found oud. All right. Yeah, Ashvac, yeah, push people towards mellifluence. It's worth trying. Really hope Hans Henley releases Narcissus again. One of the best. I've never smelt Narcissus at all. Have you smelt the Bruno Fazzolari Narcissus perfume, the one he does? I think I have. I do have it. Comforting Sense. Tracy, the one he has. Charles, you made me discover Euphoria. I have to try more of them. Yeah, Euphoria just did another limited release this week too. There's no way I'm blind buying that one. It leans way too feminine for me. It was another rose one. They did rose last year. L'Anima della Rosa was phenomenal. I don't own a bottle. I wish I did. It's just too much to buy. This one, I had 3 people all say the same thing. We all said the same thing. The peony just is scary to have to sample, especially with their stuff already leans feminine. So that might be just too much girl for me to put on. I'm waiting for bourbon from Hans. He said March, so that's cool. He has another batch of bourbon. I think he's going to do both versions of bourbon. They're totally different. So you can, the EDC, I could wear that every day for the rest of my life. That could be signature scent. It's just easy to wear. Bourbon, vanilla, light, airy. Just don't have to think about nothing, and you smell different, smell good. Was the Sicilian vanilla you just mentioned Rising Phoenix? It is. Yeah, JK, Rising Phoenix. Right there. Tried to show it. So this is his award winner right there out of the house. And I've been watching it. I knew it was down to 3 bottles, so I took a jump on it and then have talked to him since I loved it. I don't talk to anybody until I know I love their stuff. It's just a dangerous game. But since I loved it, we started becoming friends now. And he sent me a sample of his Blue Lotus attar, probably 4 drops. Holy crap. It's expensive if you can afford that attar and are into that sensual. That's a whole atmosphere thing too for attars, the Blue Lotus that he does with sandalwood. I haven't tried War and Peace 2, Rizzle. I have no plans on pursuing it. If somebody sent it to me, I still have a couple sprays of my War and Peace left. But I put the review up, made my thoughts clear. And I don't, even the changes he made, I don't think he really changed the base around that much. Those are still the same base ingredients from what I can tell. Yeah, I'm waiting. Yeah. Joseph he's expensive, but I knew he was one of those, like Elixir Attar that we talked about, one of those guys that you guys that aren't doing attars. Sicilian vanilla is the easy one to do. It's not oud, it's not musk. It's vanilla tobacco. Really good. What is it? I gotta have a thing, Ashvac. It's my thing. The factory is literally just a couple miles from my house, and there's a ton of history on the shirts too. These shirts became famous by surfers in California, and it's literally name a better material that works in rain, cold, cigar smoking. I smoke a lot of cigars so the wool doesn't get stinky at all. That's another reason. The color is fantastic. So hopefully that answers the question with the shirts. Easy E, he was one of the pioneers of these shirts. And then, so it's surfing culture. And then it was like the gangster culture took it over. And now it's just Northwest plaid, all that. But these are the surf shirts. I only wear one particular style surf shirts. I wear them at the beach. I wear them in the summer evenings at the beach, 60, 50 degrees. They're perfect shirts, man. So there you go. A lot of people have asked me that recognize the Pendleton. Factories, literally, we have a factory just 5 miles away. I'm waiting on wine and amber. We'll let you know the result for sure. Helper. Love the EDC, so smooth. Bourbon, absolutely. I like both, but the other one I'd only wear in the winter, the X straight. I need to get the Attar sample set you mentioned at Christmas. I've been itching to get into the Attar world. So I don't know if you've seen it. I put up, I did that in the video that I mentioned, but I put up 4 videos. Even Sultan Pasha, he reached out to me, which was really weird, like 10 minutes after I put up one. And we became friends from that. And I didn't know how else to tackle it. It's been a year. Had them for a year, smelled them. Sultan Pasha's best sample set for anybody to just have. Hands down. You get 30 samples. You get Fougere's ship rate. It teaches you so much. And the guy is just so involved in each perfume that, yeah, it's good. So I've been told everybody, I'll put it out there. I bought the Tobacco. I'll give one of the ones I bought. If you read what Sultan Pasha says about Tobacco on his site, yeah. Mike says, truth to tell, you do wear a lot of those lumberjack shirts, surfer shirts, man. Surfer. Lumberjack have buttons. You surf doesn't mean you love that dreaded smell. What dreaded smell? I don't surf. They're just literally called a surfer shirt. If you look it up, Pendleton surfer shirt. I don't. I love the culture. Love watching them. I was over in Hawaii when they had the 80-foot waves, and guys were even taller than the 80-foot. It was insane, and all the pros flew in, and I got to watch them out there. That was intense. Mike says, would love to hear what people comment about your daily frags. I bet people expect you to be. I'm very careful with what I wear around people. I have very particular ones when I know I'm in big crowds. So it doesn't happen a lot. My undefeated, most complimented perfume, every time I put it on, people can't believe I have it, is Café Tuberose by Atelier for some reason. I'm going to wear Incense Shipwray later today. Yeah, he doesn't make that anymore. Thanks for bragging, Mashback. Just kidding. I love Incense. I have the sample of it. Love it. Wish I could buy that one. Tobacco Carnival is darn sweet. Yeah, it is. Have you tried Bortnikoff Sir Winston? I did. I did it in my sample video, so you can see it there. Absolutely love the top of it. I think the name is really weird. It's nothing. I don't know if it's named after Winston Churchill or not, but it's nothing I'd expect Winston Churchill to be wearing at all. I think a richer, more seductive tobacco. This would be a more Sir Winston to me than what Sir Winston was. And it was really ambergris. The ambergris smelled beautiful, but for the price and the dry down, just not there for me on that one. I've smelled every Bortnikoff, except for the new ones. Anybody smelled the new ones in here? Very curious. Tracy says, I go from one striped top to another colored striped top these days. Wish you all the best day. I have to leave and go to work. See you, Mike. Thanks for stopping by. Cologne seaweed. Yummy. Have you smelled any brocard? I don't even know what that means, Rich Mitch. I love tuberose too. Have you smelled Floss Mortis, Mike? I know you're leaving, but that's the most different tuberose I've ever smelled is the Floss Mortis from Rogue. It's kind of animalic. Or indolic is the term I need to use. Ash owns a Supreme collection. I think so too. Winston Churchill wore Blenheim bouquet. Nice info there, Rich. So, okay, Ashfag, are you sure here? Are you positive? He's going to be making more of Dencore. Is that from SP himself? I thought he couldn't get the oud for the Dencore. Is he going to call it something else and call it a part 2 or something, Ashfaq? Oh, boom. Okay. So I don't know, Oz, if you're still here. We were talking about that last week, about the Dencore never being made again. So let's see how long we got about 10 minutes left. If anybody has any topics they want to talk about. I shared mine, the Madame Chouteau vintage. I think it's a smart thing what American Perfume is doing, what Hans Henley's doing with the Laboratory series. So far with American Perfumer, again, 3 home runs. I never smelled the first one again, but Bloodline in Colorado are out of this world. Yeah, definitely. Salt and Passion one. Absolutely. The Tars from Arige. I don't. Eugene's probably already ducked out, but did he give you those Atars, Eugene? I'm so curious. That would be awesome. If you can drop that knowledge, that'd be groundbreaking news. There's nobody in our industry that breaks news on these perfumers. I come from the cigar review industry, and they were all able to sneak stuff out of cigar companies. These Eastern guys are pretty tight-lipped. Just a Pellegrino. Nice. Okay. Anybody else have anything else going on? I would like to see an Arige blind series or a perfumer, start that relationship with somebody where I just spent all my money and knew something was coming all year long and create some creative case or something that I can put them into for my display. I'm trying to get caught up with what Ashfaq's talking about. All right, guys. I think this one we can let live. I don't think nothing got said. Top starter pick from both Salt and Passion and Rising. I dropped both of them in this live stream. Both of those I dropped already. High Cap 06. He said he's going to have this right back in stock right away. And then go read the write-up on Tobaccorum from Salt and Pasha. Just read the write-up. And if you know anything about Salt and Pasha and experience the sample set, those words alone weren't. And I've trusted perfumers like this one that sold out that I talked about earlier in the broadcast, Suga Musk. That was that kind of write-up. He literally said that kind of. This is his house famous Attar, and I'm like, okay. Josh from Slumber House did the same thing with Sova. That thing sold out in 6 hours. That thing's a special perfume. The hay and the honey in that thing against Slumber Aid is out of this world. I mean, get to know your perfumers. When they so far none of them, when they say they're dropping their best stuff, have let me down. Not a one. Tobacco is amazing. I'll find out. I just got my shipping confirmation, Gab, this morning, so I have tobacco coming. I can't wait for that. So Ashvac, I mean, a lot of people have said this. What you're saying, don't blind buy. What do you do when they sell out in an hour? Just don't buy them. You miss out. You had to blind buy. When this gets released again, you're gonna have to blind buy. That's the point of the stream. Is you have to have trust with the perfumer and whatnot. Today's Madame Chouteau, I don't own it if I don't blind buy. I'll never get to smell it if I don't blind buy. And for me, I'm for the unique and creative stuff. I also know there's a backbone to what I'm saying that I haven't revealed. Almost everything I buy, I can easily sell, and I know that. So I think there's that part to take into account when you blind buy, but you do need to be careful. Like a lot of people are pissed that I know about War and Peace. They blind bought that, and the part 2 isn't selling as well. They can't get rid of their one bottle, so there's risk. The floating man, the notes say so. I'll tell you in about a week. I'll be able to answer that. Gab, have you answered that already? Can you answer that one really quick before we shut this down? We'll go another 3 minutes. Is there much difference between tobaccorum and tobacco grand? I forgot I can do this. I got quite the power. Are you a doctor, floating man? I get to see your picture there up big from the screen. Cheval d'Arbal. No, never heard of that, Gab. Rizzle. I addressed when are you making fragrances last week. I mean, this is after what I went through in my composition study. I'm just not there. I have a base that I'm working on. For me to release that base, it's going to have to be way unique. It's good. I like what I have going on. So we'll see. We'll see. I don't have plans for that quite yet. I have other plans I'm brewing and working on with people in the background, but not. I'll always be tinkering. I'm never giving that up, though. To answer your question on making fragrances, I could see myself collaborating to make them. I have many ideas that I think need to be out there. I think a lot of people do, which is the point of this whole live stream. What American Perfumer is doing is the whole concept. Everyone that's gotten released, like Bloodline, what Hans did with the cedar note is outrageous, and it's letting these perfumers go wild with an ingredient and come out with something unique to the world. So, yeah, blind buying is fun, but know the market gamble responsibility. Well put, Rich Mitch. Well put. Eshvac, you may feel a bit sad for a few hours, days, and you'll find something else. I mean, that's what you need to really. Oh, yeah, I have Cola being sent to me. Stop talking about fragrance who was in her earlier. Sent that to me, just so you know. You may feel a bit sad for a few hours. I tried to buy what I love. I literally tried. Like, if this shuts down and I'm done, I'm set for life. My fragrances are set for life, and I'm good with that. I'm at peace with that. So, like, if IFRA takes over, if IFRA literally took over regulations in the U.S., I don't know if I'd hunt them down in the East. Maybe rarely, but I mean, over half my stuff that I really love is non-compliant. I love oak moss. I love tons of oak moss. Taking it out of this one, he took out, so we'll see. I might be sad. This Madame Chouteau, he took out the stuff that causes the rash. We'll see how it smells. Final year rotations. That's a good thing then. Oud's good. Ashvak. There's no decision there then. I cannot decide a shit. Oh man. Exactly. Exactly. Small, is that how you spell it, Rich Mitch? Small two? Small toe? All right, everyone. That was a fun event. Thanks for joining. It's been an hour. I'm out. I got my Saturday. You guys enjoy your Saturday. Have a good time. Whatever you're doing. Enjoy you, your loved ones. All right, guys. I'm out. I'm going to enjoy the rest of my weekend. Peace. Be blessed. See you guys.